Hi guys, Bear here with If That's the Case, and I'm going to do a short review on the XION XON 310 Micro ATX case. Let's go right in. So the first thing I noticed when I got this was just how light it was, even with all the packaging. This is pretty light. And then this is a Micro ATX case. It just comes with a single 120mm fan on the intake. You got a single USB 2.0 and a single USB 3.0, a headphone jack, and a microphone jack right on the top. The very top is very simple indeed. It's just a simple power button and reset switch. And then this dent here is actually because I sat on this. I actually sat on this while I did another video, and I didn't realize it, but I had made this dent. I sit on a bunch of different computers, and I've never left dents on them, and this one left a dent. So the metal here is very flimsy. So that's the second thing I'm really going to note here. It's just how flimsy the metal feels, which is okay because this is a really cheap case. You can find the link and the price down below, but at the time in which I purchased this, this was about, I'm gonna say $25. Probably $27, $28 after tax. So in the back here, they did include some thumb screws for the back of the case. That way you can easily take off the side panel. Wow, that's pretty flimsy. So again, Micro ATX case. So how about we go ahead and throw in a Micro ATX board. Okay, so we have the Micro ATX board in here. It looks pretty good. So while installing this, as I've stated earlier, it does have a big 120mm fan in the front. It actually glows blue when plugged in and powered on. However, there is no fan back here. However, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and put in a fan right here. So now what I'm going to throw in for the fan is a Deep Cool X-Fan 80. So now we're looking a little better in here. Alright, so one thing we're still missing though is a power supply. So one of the things I'm figuring with this case is that there's no real cable management to do here. There's no real place that you can really hide the cables, and I'm okay with that because, as you saw earlier, this isn't see-through. There's no window here, so you cannot really see into the case at all. So it's perfectly okay with me that there is going to be very little to absolutely no cable management being done here. One of the things I will note is that the PCI Express in the back here, the expansion covers, are metal that you have to bend in order to get out. There's no real removal process here. And then what that means is you'll have to bend and pull out expansion covers. So that means that there's going to be some sharp metal in there forever on after you pull one of these out. So while it said it has no optical drive in the front or 5.25 drive, it does state, however, it can have up to 2 hard drives. So let's go ahead and throw in 2 hard drives. Is that it does also have a mounting spot for a solid state drive or a 2.5 drive. So let's go ahead and put one in. Alright, so continuing to talk about the mounts here. So you might notice that this first hard drive is a little back, and this is a little back. However, this hard drive comes out a little bit, and why that is because the fan for the intake is actually kind of butting up right against this. So I'm going to hope that it doesn't interfere with the intake fan. That's kind of sketchy to me. So I guess my next question is, how easy is it to connect to these ports with our power supply? So I knew that the SATA cable was going to be no issue whatsoever. However, the power cable here looks like it might bump up against the edge here, since this is going to continue on and get plugged into our exhaust fan. I will admit, not the prettiest looking build. But we didn't really buy a cheap $25 case to put in a extremely nice build. Oh hey, props to the company for throwing in an extra thumb screw, because we know that we, the people, are going to lose these. Okay, so in this part of the video, I'm actually talking about how I don't think you're going to be able to throw in a full-length graphics card into the case. However, the specifications for this actually state that you can throw in a full-length graphics card in here, a high-performance one. It says you can throw in a 13-inch high-performance card. That might be true as long as it's like 3 3/4 or 95 millimeters wide. Only then would I say that you could fit in a 13-inch graphics card. However, I would say that you're probably looking more realistically towards 6.5 or 150, 160 millimeters long graphics card that you can throw in here. So, if you're looking for a full-length high-performance graphics card or anything that's more than 6.5 inches, as I stated, expansion card, don't grab this case if that's what you're looking for. I would say that if you are going to do that, you're going to have to remove that middle hard drive, which is already pushed up against that front intake fan. And 13 inches from the very back of the case to the very front, 13 inches actually pushes you right up against their intake fan. So you would probably also have to remove the intake fan or move it elsewhere, and I'm not quite sure how you would go about doing this. So again, final note, don't get yourself a full-length graphics card or expansion card. There is no way it's going to fit in there. Let's go ahead and turn this on just to see the light. Nice looking blue LED. So would I actually buy this again? Maybe not this particular model. The only reason why I would probably buy this is if I needed a cheap case, or if I was on a tight budget and I had a micro ATX board in which only really needed 1 or 2 hard drives. And it's nice It's light, but like I said, the material it's made of is pretty flimsy, which is okay if you're not really going to move it around too much, and definitely if you're not going to sit on it. So yeah, I might see myself buying this in the future. Would I recommend this case in particular to other people? If it's just going to sit in a corner and you just want something to kind of glow blue, throw in like I said, a hard drive or two, and that's it. Absolutely. Otherwise, there's no real expansion with this. You can't really go anywhere with this. And for some people, that's okay. So all in all, good case, cheap material, good if you're not going to expand too much farther than the 2 hard drives, maybe a solid state drive, no capability for optical disk drives. You're good. You're good. Thanks so much for watching this review. Go ahead and click the like button if this was helpful to you in your case purchasing decision, or if you liked this video in any way. Also, feel free to click that subscribe button down below if you'd like to see more. Go ahead and click up here if you want to see a video that we've already produced, and then hopefully we'll see you around. Thanks. Oh, and leave comments down below so I know what your thoughts are if a like or a dislike doesn't help you enough.